stock of the day, though, I thought we'd take a look at TPG, the telco. Company has confirmed the exclusive due diligence period granted to Macquarie, backed rival Vocus Group for the $6.3 billion sale of its non-mobile fibre assets has expired. In a statement to the market, TPG says discussions between the parties for the commercial terms of the deal remain ongoing, with the consideration subjected to change. Surprise, surprise, given the state of markets at the moment. A successful deal could create a combined entity with an $8 to $9 billion enterprise valuation. Henry, what did you think of the announcement, and does it put despite the statement, does it put the deal in jeopardy if they haven't got it done in the designated time?
Well, I guess to some extent it does put the deal in jeopardy, and certainly the market is looking at it that way. The stock's down around 2.5% today. I guess really and truly, this is quite a complicated deal, and it was always set to take some time. And of course, now we've got that due diligence exclusivity has no longer been in place. So, yeah, I mean, it's unlikely that anybody else is going to do it. TPG very much want the deal to be done. They want to get out of servicing the schools, the hospitals, the offices, etc., and offloading all of its enterprise business and all that fibre to somebody. Vocus, of course, was bought by Macquarie and Aware Super some years ago. So it makes a lot of sense for both parties. Mainly, it will give Vocus as well scale to take on Telstra as well, and it will allow TPG to focus. The recent results from TPG show some promise as well. So even if the deal doesn't go through, TPG is certainly perking up a little bit at the bottom line level. Of course, TPG owned by Soul Patts to some extent, 12 and a bit percent by Soul Patts, and Vodafone owns 27.8%. So the deal still makes sense. It was always going to take time. It was always going to be a pretty complicated deal in terms of those assets. But I don't think we should be despairing just yet that it's not going to happen. It just is taking more time. And I guess that just shows the complexity of what the issues are.
So if you're a TPG shareholder, hold on?
I'd say probably hold on for now. It hasn't been down a lot today, as I say, around 2.5%, which given the state of the market, that's not exactly the end of the world. So I'd certainly be holding on. As I say, the deal makes sense for both parties, for Vocus and TPG. If you wanted to play it in a more conservative way, maybe look at Soul Patts. But I think TPG does hold some allure for investors. So if you held it, I think I'd still be holding it. And you need to be a little patient with these sorts of deals because they are quite complicated.
Andrew, do you find TPG still alluring, as Henry described it?
You know, you think to yourself, what are we going to talk about today? What are some of the lines we're going to come up with? And alluring was certainly not one of the terms phrase that I thought you'd come out with. My friend Henry, yes. You maybe not so much. Look, it's okay. I know that's not exactly a ringing endorsement. No. Harmless, maybe that's another way of putting it. The PE is pretty demanding for TPG. It's around 40 times, and I was just looking at Telstra before. Telstra's is 20 times. You know, and play in the same space, but would you rather own TPG versus Telstra? I mean, I think you'd probably want Telstra. And looking at the return over the last 5 years, Telstra's returned 8% per annum, including dividends. TPG over the same period of time has returned, when my computer doesn't want to freeze, minus 6% per annum. So it hasn't been an amazing investment. And TPG really needs to get this deal done because it's got a fair bit of debt that it's trying to deal with. So I think it's probably come off too much to sell. But, you know, if you're looking for safety, and telcos do offer some safety in the market, then, you know, you'd probably be more inclined to buy Telstra than TPG. But if you're in TPG at the moment, it is a hold.
Okay, a hold. But if you're looking at telcos, Telstra is your preferred one.
Or as my friend above me says, tech in a cardi.
Okay. All right.